Hey man, you see it. It's that You Heard podcast, man. Like Joe always says, flat into the screen, man. Read them palms, man. What's going on, family? How you doing, man?
It's hoodie season, son. Hoodie
What's the
girl. Shout out
temperature?
to Hoodie Girl. Got to meet
What's the
Hoodie
temp?
Girl at the tailgate. I don't think I talked about that, but shout out to Hoodie Girl.
What's the temperature up there in North Carolina right now? You know what I'm saying? In Campbell
It was
Country.
it was in the 70s today. But in the,
Okay.
in the mornings and in the evenings, it gets like this morning it was like 40.
Okay.
Um, but in the daytime it's 70, 78, 70. Perfect to me.
Okay. Now it's breezy down here, but it ain't cold. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like it's a little bit hoodie time in the morning, but right around like 8, 9 o'clock, hoodies got to come off, son. It's already warming up. Warms up too quick. Hey
Yeah,
man,
that's all
y'all
good.
like, comment, share, subscribe, man, all that stuff. And by the time y'all hear this, the website will be live, man. So I'm saying thank you to everybody who's about to check it out, man. See what we cooking up. It's just the beginning, man. This is where it starts, man. I'm
We gotta
saying me
put
and
that
Joe
link
and
on.
see.
We gotta put that link up. We gotta put that link
Oh,
up.
no, that link coming. That link coming. Remember, we dropping this Thursday, so the link gonna be up. The link gonna be up on the channel and everywhere, man. So like, comment, share, subscribe, all that, man. And we're gonna drop this episode early on the show on the website. So y'all, if y'all hit the website, you can listen to it 2 days early. All right, man. Let's get into this intro and let's cook up, man. Virginia, you on deck? What's good?
Welcome to the You Heard podcast with your hosts, Ben, Joe, and CP. We're here to cover everything related to Miami Hurricanes football, from hot topics to pre- and post-game analysis.
All right,
Okay,
we'll
yeah,
talk
please.
about it at the end. We'll talk about it.
No. Let's talk about that right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like, I don't
I
appreciate.
mean, what did you say? What are we talking about, son?
Get into it. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
You heard?
yo on the next intro because eventually I'm gonna change it. Right? Let's keep it a buck. Eventually I'm gonna do it. I gotta add in that Campbell conversation, yo. That shit was so stupid. Oh man, that was See, like I watched it back because you don't realize it in the moment because we all laughing. Seeing you like laugh hysterically, like off camera, like you just slowly start slumping over. I was like, "Where's Joe going? Like, what is happening?" Yeah, man. Look, coming off a big win from Clemson. You know what I'm saying? We got Virginia. We already moved on, man. We ain't celebrating no more. 5-2. We at the still at the bottom of the ACC, so the work ain't done, man. We got a long season left, and it starts with this one, man. Virginia's coming off a big win, where they honestly kind of punked North Carolina. Watch the highlights.
I
They
ain't
were
even
pushing them off the.
man.
Yeah, listen. North Carolina, you could tell, like even off the highlights, which is very strange. Off the highlights, you could tell North Carolina didn't come with the energy, and Virginia was coming with it, man. They went for it on 4th and 1. They got a quarterback. I think Tony Musket, something Musket. You know what I'm saying? He's quick. They do the RPO, but he can actually keep it and run. So, you know what I'm saying? That's something to look out for. They're gonna, you know what I mean? They got a wide receiver, Malik Washington. Only had one game with less than 100 yards receiving. So yeah, man, they're look 2-5 is 2-5. They've had two bad losses, and their other three losses were by less than a field goal, or a field goal or less. So it's not like they're getting blown out by 30 every game. Nah, they lost to, was it Tennessee? They got blown out there week 1, and Maryland. They lost by 4 touchdowns to each. But other than that, every loss has been 3 points, 7 points. I think 1 7-point loss, and the rest of them have been 24-21, 27-24. So, you know what I'm saying? Joe's gonna hit you with their rankings. But again, like if you look at their rankings and not the games they played, the rankings can be a little misleading.
Yeah, you got to put context into everything. The rankings are the rankings. Eventually you'll be able to fall back on those, but you got to look at the numbers within the numbers, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
they do have Tony Elliott as their football coach, and I'm sure he calls the plays. He's the offensive coordinator. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think he probably calls the plays or is heavily involved. And Tony Elliott was a problem. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He was at
Mm-hmm.
Clemson. Tony
Yep.
Elliott was nice with it, even though he had the personnel, but his play design was always nice.
Yep. Facts.
So yeah, because offensively, they're tied for 85th in the nation. They average about five yards per play,
Mm-hmm.
and about 361 yards per game. So that's not 5 yards per play is very
Mm-hmm.
mid.
Literally
Um,
50%. Like it's literally half. Yes. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. So as compared to Miami, who averages 7 yards a play, and 482 yards
Yep.
per play. You know what I mean? So that's a big difference.
And
Second and
Miami's
5 versus second and 3, big
big
difference.
difference. Yeah. And Miami is what in the 10th in the nation, 7th in the nation in total offense.
Yeah, 10th in the nation in total offense.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What
a
a
lot
jump
of
from
that is the rushing offense.
mm-hmm. Bully ball.
Yeah, definitely what Coach Cristobal envisioned as
Mm-hmm.
he, came here, and he turned that around. So the Russian offense is 22nd in the nation, averaging 5.4 yards a carry, 194 yards a game on the ground. That's
Mm-hmm.
craziness.
That's insane. That's madness.
Craziness.
We
Yeah.
ran for 211 against Clemson.
Yeah.
It's man, they
And that's
got back
without
to
a
their
quarterback. That's without a quarterback who can move. Like if you look at the teams that are ahead of us, you got Kansas who has a quarterback who can move.
yep,
You have LSU who has a quarterback that can move. You
yep,
have
JT Daniels.
UCLA, Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
All quarterbacks who can run. Air Force, they run the ball. We know that.
That's what they do. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's all quarterbacks who can move, man.
Yeah, and they add into the rushing stats. I mean, us is just we don't have a quarterback. We do have a quarterback that can run. We just don't use him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not gonna get into that whole argument. We already know what it is, man.
Nah.
So look,
Mm-hmm.
not gonna spend. I mean, look, Virginia's on deck, man. It's got to be a business mindset, man. You've played down to your competition already this year. You've struggled. Let's not let that happen again. You know what I mean? You lost the game you should have won, but you shouldn't have even been in that position in the first place. Y'all know the game. This ain't about a knee. Fuck, I ain't even talking about that. Shouldn't have been that. Shouldn't have been that at all. You've already played down. Let's not have another one. Let's keep. You know what I'm saying? Let's not lose the energy from Clemson because just as hyped as we all were from Saturday and Sunday, that shit could die real quick if you show up lacking energy and you know what I'm saying? Because they just did it to North Carolina. They go
You
4 and
remember
4 down.
we went to what 5 overtimes with these dudes last year? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Without scoring a
14-12.
touchdown.
Yeah, 14-12, right? It was like 14, some wild shit.
No
Oh,
touchdown
my God.
scored, man. You know what I mean? And Kobe Young said something today in his interview. I actually watched some interviews today.
Okay.
He said since the Georgia Tech game, they haven't been playing games. Like they realize, Georgia Tech, they should have showed against Georgia Tech, and they realize they can't just go out there and just body everybody. And Coach Cristobal alluded to the same thing. If you think in college football you could just show up and dominate a team, you're bugging. I don't care who it is.
No.
I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't like that mindset was ever a thought. Like, how you not
Yeah.
remember last year? You know what I mean? Like, I like that you have confidence in the team and the roster you got around you now. I'm
Mhm.
cool with that. But in the back of your head, like, yo, we've seen what it looked like when we played down. Happened all year last year. Because
Mhm.
regardless of what, you know what I'm saying, like, of what people think about that roster by every metric was still talented. That's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was. So can't have that happen again. But yeah, man.
You know, people
Yeah.
get gas, man. Teams get gas. You think you better than you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And you get humbled quickly. That's
Yeah.
what happened in North Carolina. Like Drake made him look comfortable. He would run into sacks. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like the O line wasn't doing their thing. Didn't really see many runs. You know what I'm saying? Like they just looked off and they got beat. And it
Mhm.
wasn't like like I said, I watched the highlights. It wasn't like they were holding on to win, right? Like they were down 10 going into the fourth,
Mhm.
uh, Virginia, and they came back and beat them.
Mhm.
So what you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like they had a big lead, they stunned them, and then they're just holding them off. And Drake May had, I think, to tie it or to take the lead, had two or three chances, and just nothing came of it. So
Mhm.
you gotta forget the record, man. You just gotta show up and do, you know what I'm saying, do your job. Don't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Don't go above your, do what you need to do and do your job and do it well. That's it. It's fucking bugging here. Oh, damn. Just running the fly, just fucking flew by my face, son.
Mhm.
Fuck, I don't even know where that came from.
You know.
Yeah, who
You know.
knows, man? All right, man. Like, so I watched a little bit of the Mario press conference.
Okay.
Said TVD's good to go.
Yep.
Now, the conversation that, you know what I'm saying, I don't like to have these conversations, but we're just gonna have it for a second. You stick with TVD or you give Emory some
Yeah,
burn.
this is not a conversation, man. TVD, if he ready, he ready. Put him
Uh-huh.
in. Let's ride. Let's not. Emory,
Let's not
thank
have it.
you. Appreciate you,
Yep.
fam.
Thank
Like
you.
you
Yeah,
held
you
it
did your thing.
down,
Yep.
did your thing. You've learned. You grew up a little bit, no doubt.
Yep.
Thank you, brother. But you know, get back to doing what you do, and let TV.
Clapping on the sideline.
Yeah,
Now,
let TV come in.
now there was questions, right? Like I saw Twitter going a little crazy. Like, what kind of injury was it that you could come back in? You know, what I'm saying, like just 1 week.
He had a deep
That
bronch
can.
or shit.
Son, what's going on over there, man? Hey,
Connection is
man, look,
unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try to this is wild, man. It's going in and out.
bugging. Hey, man, look. So deep bone bruise with TVD. So he back this week, and it's gonna be him right now. The question I'm gonna pose to you, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just curious as to your take on it. If he struggles, right, like he's done the last couple weeks, that's yeah. Now it's clear. There we go. No, all right. Now you yeah. No, you don't know what's going on with your internet, son. How did you tolerate working with me during that time? It's
This is
bananas.
wild.
Wow. what is, what are
This is it's bugging
you,
me out. I don't understand this shit. Like this is weird to me.
man, imagine what it was like for me, yo. Like it must have been terrible for you when my internet was basically a dial up, yo.
I've had impeccable internet, and this shit is just a done deal. Like this shit is like no, stop playing.
Yeah, do not pass go, yo. Just go straight to no internet. Do you pull him if TD struggles?
I can't look at myself like this, man. What? Hold on, man. Hold on.
Hey man, our guy Joe having some technical difficulties, man. So he's gonna watch us after. I don't know what's going on with his internet. It's bugging. I don't know how he tolerated it. Working with me when my internet was trash. So salute to him. He's gonna move to his phone, and we're gonna keep this going, man. But let me ask y'all in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all always engaging in the live chat and after, man. What would y'all do if TVD struggles? Would you pull him for a freshman? Because then you can't go back to him, right? Just curious of what y'all think, man. We'll be right back with y'all.
Oh, my word.
Hey, man, real quick to all our listeners, subscribers, viewers, the struggle, the fight that my big bro just had to go through. Hey, man, salute to you, man. Went from the phone to the laptop to the other laptop to make this show happen, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, yes, man. This is ridiculous. All I pay for this technology, son.
Yeah.
But to act like this,
don't make no sense.
I'm not happy.
Nah. All right. So if y'all heard, first of all, if y'all don't know, it was like 35 minutes ago. I think we were talking about TVD or Emory. You know what I'm saying? TVD had a deep bone bruise. That's why he was out last week.
Yeah, I believe that's what I heard, man. Deep bone bruise.
Yeah.
And those joints are painful, like for real. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So my question to you before, I think the question I asked was the reason why your internet went crazy, was if TVD struggles, what do you do in that situation?
What's struggling?
When I say couple picks, man, I don't want to put it, just hypothetical situation. I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but TVD struggles is like 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, 60% passing. You know what I mean? That's his struggle.
It's crazy. It's crazy, right? Like, that's a bad game for him. Yeah.
So listen, we don't have a quarterback, as far as we know, that is going to win us a game. Like, so if TVD is struggling, you're gonna bring Emory in to do what? Like, if we losing,
hand the ball
if he's
off.
struggling and we're losing, you're gonna bring Emory in to do what?
And then you can't go back to TVD, right? Like that you can't do the back and forth thing. Your other choices, you know what I'm saying? JB11,
man.
Yeah.
I would like to see that dynamic, you know what I mean? But TVD's not gonna struggle, man. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. I think the nice week off got him, you know what I'm saying, recharged, you know what I'm saying, recuperated. You're not nobody's ever back to 100%. What, week 7, week 8? You know what I mean? Everybody got the little injuries that you fighting through, yada yada. So he gonna be right, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's put good energy and good healing out there for TVD, man. Have a good game. You know what I'm saying? A good 5 touchdown, no interception performance, and get back him. Because that's the other shit, right? Like, his bad games, we still a top 10 offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, his bad games have still been above what anybody else would want. You know what I'm saying? So we just get real nitpicky as fans, man. You know what I mean?
And I think I mentioned before that I haven't watched Virginia, but listening to, I can't remember who I was listening to earlier, but they said Virginia's defense, they play a lot of games up front, and they're gonna play too deep. They're gonna play too deep. They're not gonna let you beat them deep. So we're gonna have to run the ball well, and we're gonna have to attack the middle of the field. So, like, we're gonna have to do that, man. So hopefully we got that. I expect X to get back to his, 10 catches or more performance.
Yep.
Which, for the record, I don't have a problem with it.
Nope.
At all. You know what I mean? I just want us to take advantage of Jacoby and Kobe on the outside when we can take advantage of it. Like we saw at Clemson. When you see safeties up and this one-on-one man coverage, throw up a 50-50 ball, man.
Yep.
That's what I want to see. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you, man. You played receiver, you know what I'm saying, in college and all through high school, and some quarterback in there. You know I'm saying it's in the bio that's dropping on the podcast on the podcast site. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a receiver and you're the one, I'm just asking, right? Like, and you're the one not getting those targets and those catches, does it throw you out of your rhythm?
Yeah, not out of my rhythm, but it's frustrating, especially when you know what the defense is doing. So if I know, all right, so if I'm on the single receiver side, right, there's trips to one side. I'm on the single receiver side.
Got you.
And it's one-on-one, no safety help over the top, and I'm not getting the ball. I'm tight. I'm very frustrated.
And you 6'5".
Facts. Because in college, we had hot or audibles. If I was on the single receiver side and it was a one-on-one, it was a look. Yep. Like it was a look, a hand gesture every time. It was never not that.
Subtle. Yeah, it was never subtle. I mean? Yeah, it was.
We're going to the sing. We're going to the yes, every single time.
Yeah. Landing a fucking plane and shit, just like, hey yo, you see me? You know what I'm saying? You million rocking out there with it. Yo, 1-on-1, I got him. He's 5'8", I'm 6'5". Throw me the ball.
Yes. And when I played, tall corners weren't a thing. Yep. You know what I mean? So I'm 6'2". The corner's about 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" at the most. So yes, every single time. Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated if that's the case. Yes.
Yeah, like it's that. I think that's the part of it. Like, look, X is open. X is a sure-handed receiver. This is never like a lot of times when you say it, people think like, oh, anti-XO, but he's like, no. It's not what it is. A receiver wants to get the targets, and a receiver wants to get the ball. That's not the argument. I'm saying there's other receivers out there that can do things that X can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's use those skill sets and open it up. Because then it gets easier for X. Then maybe Elijah can get some catches in the middle of the field. Fam, like the one time we attacked the middle of the field against Georgia Tech, Riley Williams, a true freshman, ran for like 20 yards before he got tackled in the end zone because they were playing so awful. If they're gonna do the too high safety, and they do move around in the front, their front seven, they do. You know what I'm saying? They do play a lot of games. I saw that. You don't know exactly where they're coming from. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be ready for that. But again. It's a 2-5 football team, but 2 losses have been bad. Every other loss has been by less than a score. So take that for what you want. Yeah. And again, their quarterback can run, so got to be ready for that. Contain is going to happen. Do we go with it? Let me ask you: do we go with that 3-3-5 stack again?
No, I think it was just specific for Clemson. Listen, every game should be different. The way you attack it, offensively and defensively. You know,
is it weird that like I realize now as I'm asking this question, having this conversation with you, we have a DC that actually does that?
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? Like what? Let me ask you. When was the last time you saw Miami play a 3-3-5?
Never.
What like ever, right? Like ever. I was watching this shit because I watched the condensed game. I was like, when's the last time I seen this kind of like jump from one week to the next?
Yeah, but sometimes it don't he did it for reasons. So when you're in a stack defensively, the O-line can't decide who to block. The O-line can't pick who to block because you're in a stack. So the linebackers are directly behind the D lineman. So it's hard for the blocking assignments. It messes up the blocking assignments on the O-line. You don't know who's coming, you don't know who's dropping, you don't know nothing. So that messes up. People think because it's a 30 front, you can run on it easily because it's only 3 down linemen. That's definitely not the case. Definitely not.
You're gonna fuck around and get less than a yard average is what happens.
Yeah. So there was a Georgia Military Institute. That's the first team I've ever heard of or I started watching that they ran a 3-5-3. So they had the front was a 3-3 stack, and then they had two safeties, I would say safety / linebackers. No, more safety / corners as outside backers. One free safety, one single high safety, and two corners. And that shit caused havoc, son. Like that shit caused havoc.
That's insane.
Havoc, son. So when I played semi-pro in Kansas City, we ran that defense.
Yeah.
Shit called
3-5-3. That's bananas.
It was
so you would have the single high.
Dope.
So yeah, it sounds dope. So you would have the single high safety like playing like I'm saying in case shit goes wrong, and then you would have two other safeties in front of them, and then like tweener linebackers in front, and then the linemen. That sounds.
So it's three. It's three. The three middle backers are like three middle backers. Like they're three middle backers, three linemen, and then the two safeties. One is like a strong safety. One is more like a cover safety, because you can still drop in your regular, cover 3, cover 2. You can still you still play all your coverages, man. But the O-line just doesn't know who's coming because everybody's in the box. So who's coming, son? You can't point out nobody. Who's coming?
Can't point out nobody. Yeah, that read from the quarterback is going to be trash because you have no idea how to set up your assignments or anything.
Yeah, you don't know. It was fun, man. And that's the aspect that Coach Guidry brings is the unknown, the willingness to do different things.
Yep.
Multiple looks, multiple fronts. That's what he's always brought, man. We was telling people, but whatever.
Yeah, people want to latch onto the negative way faster. Like, yo, look at the difference he's made on this defense, man. Like, it's a couple bad moments, and you latch onto that as if that's the the exception is the rule. Like, son, this defense is exponentially better than last year. You know what I'm saying? This just is crazy. And
we are unhealthy. The D line is unhealthy, son. We just lost Najee for the year. Akeem Mesidor out. You know what I mean? We are by all accounts, unhealthy up there, son. So
who knows when Akeem Mesidor comes back? Yeah, there hasn't been nothing's been said about him. So yeah, man. Yeah, we got that's the other thing, right? We got injuries on this team. We had 2 running backs out last week. Fletch was out, Henry Parrish was out. He was dressed, but he wasn't playing. And we just had AJ and Don Chaney. You know what I mean? And Don Chaney off.
I think we're gonna see Citizen soon, though.
No, is that what you
mean? I think we're gonna see City soon.
What? Hey, listen, man. The nickname for him is already done. Citizen Kane. Like, it's done. It's a wrap. Don't what I'm saying? Put a motherfucking stamp on that one. To see Citizen, man, would just be nice, man, because he was a late flip in 22. You know what I'm saying? Right? To 20, the 22 year. He was a late flip in Mario's first year when he had like a week and a half, and he was doing it by himself, and him and Mirabal. He was out there. Bad injury last year in fall camp. Man, to see him, and then you got 5 running backs, and then you don't have to rush Fletcher back. You know what I'm saying? He could be fresh for a certain game later on in November. You know what I'm saying? Where he could be fresh and have a little bit more reps. Yeah, okay. To see Citizen will be dope, man.
Yeah.
So next year, Kevin Riley, Hellcat, and we talking to some others. Yeah, man. This running game is only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get more punishing. It's only gonna get more punishing, man. Whew. All right, man. Look, we've been here for over an hour. Let's get into this. Let's just keep it a buck with people, man. Let's get into this Cane's Word ad, man, and chop it up with these questions that our listeners sent us.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Go.
Yeah. Dog bugging.
Man,
hey, man, look, these were questions that we couldn't get to last episode, man, but we always want to, you know what I'm saying, make sure we recognize our listeners and everybody who takes the time to write them out for us, man. That Campbell's camel kind of threw off the whole end of last pod and, you know what I'm saying, and the breaking news that happened on there, but we move on, man. Wake us up in December. All right, so our guy, I can't stand the rain. Do y'all believe that Mario is dictating the offense and defensive game plan? I'm gonna go with no. I don't know how he could dictate the defensive game plan.
I think
he's
he
going
means
to want to run the ball.
What we do offensively is that dictating the defensive game plan, and I do think 100% Mario is dictating the offensive game plan. I do think yes. Yeah.
Hey, run the ball.
Absolutely do.
Hey, run the ball. Listen. Hey, cool. Run the ball. That's it. Like he might not be telling them what place to run, but hey, guess what? Yeah. We got some big motherfuckers up there. Run the ball.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Dawson. Cool. Run the ball.
I don't think him specifically is dictating the defensive game plan, but every team, I think what you do on offense kind of dictates what you do on defense. You know what I mean? So it could work both ways because Coach Cristobal said that, you know, the last drive, one of the reasons they decided to not rush it is because the defense was playing the way they were playing. So, you know, that it goes both ways, man. So, yeah, I think definitely offensively he has his hands on what's going on.
I think if anything, on the defensive side as well as the offensive side, he's a trench guy, right? That's who he is. That's who he's, you know what I'm saying? That's who he was here when he played. And that's where his mentality is. Like, yo, we got to punish inside. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's why you have a Ruben Bain, a LT, you know what I'm saying, playing the way he's playing. Like, you want the trenches to dominate. So whatever game plan gets that to happen, he's with it. You know what I mean? And he'll throw his 2 cents and shit like that. But not necessarily like what plays to call him, but like the focus is the trenches. Like, that's why you run for 211 yards. And that's why you have AJ Allen getting better, you know what I'm saying, getting better and better. Don Chaney looking like a violent runner once again. Because it's like, look, man, we're going to give you the fucking ball because these big monsters are in front of you, so you better run with it. You know what I mean? So I think it's more so that than the mentality or like what I saw online. A lot of people saying like, oh, it's conservative and all this. It was like, if we could run for 300 yards, why are we going to throw the ball?
I'm with
like
it.
It might not be, you know what I'm saying? It might not be pretty. It might not get a lot of receivers, but you also have TVD throwing for 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? 4 touchdowns a game because everybody's going to be biting up.
Imagine if the running backs picked their feet up, son. Like we might have ran for 450 yards. There's a lot of shoestring saving tackles.
Son, at least 3. At least 3. Like breakaways and just this little tap. You see a little, guy gets like his thigh touched, pause, and the guy falls like, son, he's like glancing by you. He touched your thigh. You just gonna fall? Like, dude, let's work on that leg drive a little bit, fellas. You know what I mean? Let's work on that. I'm tired of that shit. Oh God, that was like 3 touchdowns and just got tackled by nothing. It wasn't even like the turf. It was just like a touch on the Nikes or the Adidas. Hey man, one of our OGs, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Panhandle Kane, man. Asked, do you guys think after a win like this, and given the fact that the previous 2 games went the way they went, can catapult Miami the rest of the way? One of the OGs, man. Panhandle Kane, remember, listened to us since the very beginning. What you think?
I sure hope that's what it is. You know what I mean? The only thing I worry about is depth. You know what I mean? That's what I worry about, man. Like quality depth. You know what I mean? Especially along the O-line. I think we have a 6 with Matthew McCoy.
Yep.
Matt Lee got nicked up. I think Ryan Rodriguez came in and
solid.
But I don't know how that would work throughout the rest of the season.
Yep.
But if we have to deal with it, we have to deal with it. But because we're playing a very physical brand of football now. Like it's physical, son. So
it's punishing for sure. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, so it's taxing on the body, man. So hopefully, man. I think mentally we're in a much better place. So we should be all right moving forward. They're taking every week. Every game is every game, man. No game is bigger than every game is big. So I'm sure they know that. So yeah.
I'm with you, man. Yeah. I think we'll find out more about this. I think every week we find out more and more about this team because we have more and more information, right? Like we always talk about like the caveats. So I want to see the team in this situation. You start to dissect that a little bit. It's just like, all right, we just had a big win against a team. Who the fuck knows the last time I don't even know the last time we beat Clemson, if I'm keeping it a buck. We just beat them. Are we gonna stay on that emotional high and crash down with Virginia? Or are we gonna handle our business? And what I'm saying, it might not be pretty. Who knows what the score is? We don't really do predictions. We might do one at the end of this one because who knows. But yeah.
I don't even want to do it.
No, because I think the last time we did it, we were wrong. And,
I don't even want to do it.
Yeah, I think we called
Georgia Tech fucked everything up.
Yeah.
For me.
At the preseason, we said this was a win, but we'll see. That we also had other games going different ways, like so. You know what I mean? But yeah, this game matters because then next week we got Saturday night in Raleigh. Again, another night game. So, you know what I mean? And then Florida State. So that's what we can't. We're like what 12th in the conference because of that Georgia Tech game. 1 and 2 in the conference. We can't lose another one. You know what I mean? If we want to have serious conversations about anything, even comparing to an ACC championship. So yeah, we'll see. Panhandle came in. Like I like the question, but I think after Georgia Tech, week by week, I don't know if one week translates to the next. So we'll find out this week what team shows up. I think this was just from the last question from the last week. Curious as to the severity of TVD's injury. We don't get injury updates from Mario, so we won't get any answers. But he didn't look awful celebrating on the sideline with Emory. I think one jump celebrating with your boy ain't the same as 70 dropbacks in a game and taking possible contact. So I do that shit though. I do that. Like when I first look at it, I was like, so maybe you're not that bad. But it was like it's not the same. Like one jump ain't the same as taking a tackle to that leg if it is a bone bruise or whatever it was.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have had a bone bruise, but that shit is not a game. Like, I mean, but for me to miss a game, I would have to not be able to fucking move for me to miss a game ever in life. So, I don't know. But a bone bruise is not a game though. Keeping it a buck. Yeah. You know, man. It's not a game.
I'm gonna.
Nah. I see your face. I see your face. Relax. Relax.
Okay. All right. You're right. Okay. I'm not gonna do it.
Put your head straight. Yeah. Do not turn the head.
Because that's when I'm about to say some wild shit. I was about to say some wild. I was about to be like, that's the reason why we didn't get certain approvals. You know what I mean? I was about to go there. Like, no, I'm gonna leave it alone. A bone bruise is a bad injury. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna do my analysis and dig a little deeper beneath the bullshit. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Moving on to the next question. I was about to get it. So thank you. I was about to get in trouble. I'm about to say some wild shit. You're right. You're right. I got Go Canes.
Yeah, that's a good question, son.
Yeah. Why doesn't Emory hold the ball with the laces?
Son, that's crazy, son. Yeah.
He really does it though. Like that's how he prefers to throw the ball.
Yeah, yeah. And some quarterbacks do that.
Accidents.
Some QBs do that.
Yeah. How do you've thrown the ball without the laces? How it feels weird as shit.
I've never thrown the fucking ball. I get the ball and that shit flips to the laces.
You gotta flip it to the laces, yeah.
Yeah, I've never done that. But I know quarterbacks who do that though. Yes.
I've obviously never in a game when I'm about to get I play tackle football for fun. I've thrown it without the laces just to know what it feels like. It's weird, fam. It is mass slippery. Yeah. I don't know how that motherfucker has any grip on the ball. Unless he does that thing where he prepares the football and scrapes it or something to give it different kind of texture. But that shit is not easy. That shit, I don't know. Yeah. And I thought it was because of nerves or something. I'm on a couple plays, no, that's what he prefers to do. That's wild. No, that's wild.
Yeah. Did he talk? I didn't watch his presser. Did they ask him that? Did he talk about that at all? Do you know?
I didn't watch the presser either. After the game, I just kind of want to process the game, and then I forget about that they did a post game presser. I did watch the Ruben Bain shit where he, you know what I'm saying, the little clip that went viral on social media and stuff like that. But a lot of times the press conferences be what they, you know what I'm saying, what they are. I don't really take much stock into them as far as information because there's only so much they could say. But I did see his stuff on ACC Network. You know what I mean? The guy's just mature, man. I mean, but I thought about that at Elite 11 when he gave his interview on there too. So he's a mature guy. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why he does that, but maybe let's see if he keeps doing that. Let's see if that gets coached out of him because I'm assuming coaches don't want to see that shit. All right, okay. Please give me y'all honest and don't sugarcoat.
That's all you ever go. That's all you ever get here, son. Honest.
Yeah.
We ain't sugarcoating shit.
Not a god. We told you.
Ain't no funnel cakes over here, son.
Ain't none of that, man. You know what I'm saying? We keep it a buck with y'all, man. Always. Please give y'all honest and don't sugarcoat. What's up with Leonard Taylor? In my opinion, looking back on his career, he only seems to make impacts. Well, this doesn't stand because he balled out against Clemson.
He did.
To make an impact against the Bethune or Ohio type teams. Shout out to the guy Tony, man. That was a question. What do you think?
I don't know, fam. I don't know what the mentality is. I don't know what the work ethic is like. I'm not in the building, man. I don't know. No, I don't know, fam. You know what I mean? We see what it could be, right? Consistently. Mm-hmm. Maybe he just needs to make up his mind to do it consistently. Yeah, listen, man, you got some people. You got some people who
I feel like
have all the talent in the world and decide when to turn it off and when to turn it on, man. You know what I mean? I know people firsthand like that. So that made that, and I don't know him. I don't know what's going on. So I'm not saying this is what it is, but that may be what it is, man. Maybe he's one of those who, when Clemson comes into town, it's time to show up. Maybe when Miami of Ohio comes into town, you're like, or mentally, when he's getting held the whole game and nothing gets called, he may check out. Some people do that mentally, man. Fuck, man, fuck this. You know what I mean? When things ain't going their way, you might check out. I don't know. But he definitely has the talent.
Yeah. That's what's frustrating, right? When you see it flash the way it did against Clemson, because Ruben Bain was an absolute freak show in that game. But, son, LT was not too far behind him. Jared Harrison Hunt was not too far behind him. You know what I mean? Like I wrote down a stat that from the North Carolina game, right? North Carolina had 76 plays on offense. LT was only in on 36 of them. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember LT in that game. Mm-hmm. Like, just we're gonna keep it a buck. We're gonna keep it a buck. Like, he was on the field 36 of those plays. DT is, yes, a thankless job. A lot of times you're holding up the lineman not to get to the second level, so on and so forth. I get that. But I'm assuming Clemson has a better O-line than North Carolina. They've been stacking it longer. And you did that. You know what I mean? So it's got to be more consistent, but it's been 4 years of this, right? Because he's a redshirt junior. He has that, like, COVID years.
Nah, I think he came in 2021. Right?
Was it 21? I thought he came in.
It wasn't the same class as my son, I don't think.
That wasn't 2020?
I think he came after. Because didn't he come in with James Williams?
Oh, yeah, he came in with James Williams, yeah.
So that's 21. So freshman. Yeah, I mean, a junior.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's who he's been.
It's been long enough, yes.
It's been long enough where you kind of know who he is. If we keeping it all the way a buck, we kind of know who he is. We kind of know what you're gonna get, and just hope that Jared Harrison Hunt keeps ascending, because he was a monster last game. Branson Lee was a monster, like, and now there's accountability in that room with a Ruben Bain. A true freshman should not be outperforming either way he is, but he is. You know what I mean? Like, everybody, it's all over everything with Ruben Bain. That's what it should be. Let's hope that continues, man. But yeah, man, it's wild. Look, we picked at the beginning of the season. We were all flow show. We did our predictions. We picked this as a W. But after Georgia Tech, we don't know what the fuck means anything anymore. So we're gonna stick by our prediction.
Still a dub. It's still a dub.
Still a dub, but not gonna tell y'all no score. Ain't gonna tell, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do none of that shit, because
I'm glad it's a 3:30 game though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm glad it's a 3:30 game.
So, finally, man. I feel old as shit, fam. Like, those 8:00 games, I like it, but I be struggling towards that fourth quarter, man. Like, I had to stand up in overtime. I was like, yo, I was tired of shit.
I hope Florida State is a 3:30 game, or even I wouldn't be mad at a noon game, but I hope it's noon or 3:30. I don't want a night game in Tallahassee.
You know it's gonna be a night game.
I hope not.
Like, son, we're getting every night game in the ACC slot. Like,
because even when Florida State Miami was going at it, they were day games. Most of them joints. You know
they were at noon. At a Jeremy Shockey, you know what I'm saying, celebration with that 8-8 was at noon game.
Yeah.
You
know, so
maybe shit, man. Like it's
maybe 3:30. I would say 3:30 on ABC or some shit. You know what I mean?
I'd be so.
But I don't know what's happening. I don't know who's playing that weekend. You know, so
it doesn't fucking matter to us. Like, that's the only game that matters that weekend.
No, but I'm saying for TV, if Alabama's playing Georgia or some shit that weekend, that's probably the prime time. But I think if everything stays the same, I feel like College Game Day will be at Florida State Miami. If everything stays the same.
If everything stays the way it should stay, and that's the record, you know what I'm saying? Like, pick up a couple more dubs, 7-2. Yeah. Things quickly should be there, because they'll be 9-0, and then we give them that L. Yeah, it'd be nice. That'd be nice. You know what I'm saying? What?
We got Virginia. We got Virginia Saturday though.
We got Virginia. Yeah, we got Virginia Saturday. The Canes are focused. Us, we can look ahead. We're always gonna tell you that shit. We can talk shit about the future, because we don't impact nothing. We're not scheming. Ain't nobody calling us for plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yeah, you know what? Be a good one. Gidry, run a 3-3-5. And let Bang go fucking crazy. And have Corey Flag diagnosed and everything, and running the fastest he's ever ran. Hey, man. By the time y'all hear this, the website will be up. You know what I'm saying? Check out the merch that we got for y'all. Again, this is just the beginning, and we're starting to cook. We're going to keep coming with new shit every couple weeks, every couple months. You know what I'm saying? Things we talk about on the show is, you know what I'm saying, it's inspired by us. It's what we talk about, man. Got the Joe Wake Me Up in December. You know what I'm saying? Got my shit with the let them cook. CB's, you know what I'm saying? We'll eventually get CB's chips in there. We got things brewing for y'all, man. We appreciate y'all a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Joe, my guy, we did this for almost 2 hours. Y'all only getting 50 minutes of it. I appreciate you fighting through it, man. You were falling asleep at 6:15 when we started this, man. I appreciate you, man. We gonna cook, man. I told you episode 1. We coming different, man. And we gonna continue to work, man. We're gonna continue to work. You got anything else for the people?
No, man. Continue to like, subscribe, comment, man. We like the comments, man. Keep asking questions. Keep supporting the Canes, man. I wish I was out there. Listen, man, if I was in anywhere in the vicinity of Miami, within driving distance, I'd be at every single damn home game. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm not. But, hopefully I'll make it to NC State. That's the plan. Louisville, I'll be there.
Yep.
Last game, home game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Let's support, man. Let's finish the season strong, big. We're gonna talk recruiting one of these shows coming up soon.
Yeah, we
get our guy Zuby on.
We got a lot of
or
we gotta get our guy back on this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gotta talk more recruiting, man, because that shit don't stop. Y'all see how things are moving, man. And there's a lot of movement behind the scenes, man, that y'all don't know about, man. So just don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't start to worry. Yeah, a lot of conversations are being had with a lot of people, man.
The Simba, listen, the Simba is going to be a madhouse, son. The Simba is going to be a madhouse.
We might have to fuck around and
shots, some
flips,
a few disappointments, maybe.
Yep.
But there's gonna be some shocking shit happening there. So
with this recruiting shit, man, like since I follow it more and more now because of the show, fam, don't live and die with every commitment. It not like we keep telling y'all, man. Like this is why Joe came up with "Wake Me Up in December" because these graphics don't mean nothing when there might be another graphic coming because he flipped again.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to remember, man. Money's different now. Commitments are different now. My bad. Little Freudian slip there. You know what I'm saying? It's different now. Mm-hmm. So you got to remember, man. People are making choices. These are young, influential minds, man. So don't get too carried away with it, man. And don't get disrespectful, man. Like, yo, if you're doing that wild stuff to these high school kids, yo, don't follow us, man. We don't rock with that kind of energy, man. I don't know what's happening over there, man. But I got nothing else, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Dog's doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, he just came back inside, probably eating shit.
My dog be eating chicken shit, yo, because we got chickens. My dog just goes out there sniffs for it, just like, man, what the fuck you eating? All right, man, y'all ain't mean to hear all that. Hey, man, they say you heard Paul, man. Hey, the website is already live, man. Go check it out, man.
You ain't got you can't put the web.
You want to see
link up?
I'll put the link up. Hold on, son. Yeah. Put the link up, son.
Put the link up.
Put the link up, man. Right? Man. You right. I'm slipping, son. Look at you directing. I'm so proud of you.
Put the link up, man.
If y'all don't know, I'm gonna be out for the next after Sunday's show. I'm gonna be out for the next 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Got going on a little vacation.
I didn't know that.
You did. Yeah, you did.
I didn't know that. So.
How would you not know that? We talk all the time. What are you talking about?
Yo, listen, man. You heard that? I'm not having no guest host. Don't hit me talking about you want to come on here and co-host with me. No, gonna do that. I'm rolling dolo every show. All right. So don't.
You will see me on Sunday.
I'm just playing.
That's not. Yeah, you going. I already know who you gonna have on, man. I know you gonna. Gonna have 6 people and I'll just toss them. Hey, man, y'all go ahead. I'm gonna figure out what the fuck.
I'm opening it up, son. I'm opening it up.
Yeah, man. Get reserve it now, man. You know what I'm saying? We record Wednesdays and Sundays, man. Hit Joe up at Joe Skilliams on Twitter, man.
Nah, don't do it. Don't put that on there, son. I'm closing my DMs.
Hey, man, you see it, man. It's right there, man. You heard podcast. Yeah, man. It's live, man. It's going to be live. Y'all going to see it. It's going to be everywhere. Be all in our links in our bio. for You Heard Podcast, my pod, you know what I'm saying, my Twitter, and on our YouTube channel, man. Check out our merch. All the episodes will be on there. So when you're at work, you could be acting like you're doing something and just have that tab open, man. So all the episodes will be up. All the links to everything, man, is already done. And yeah, man, merch gonna keep cooking. We gonna keep doing things for y'all, man. Appreciate y'all so much. Couldn't do it without y'all, man. We up out of here, man. Joe, my guy, man.
Peace.
We out of here, man. Stay You Heard Podcast. Peace.